pointed out that his natural way when he snaps a person in was to post on his hand, which then will kill this trying to get your leg round. So if you're single track minded, then you, oh right, okay, I'm stuck a bit. I wanted to get my leg round and I can't. So just do it nice and steady. So I've got the grip, I've got this, and I've snatched him into here. See, he's put his arm down. So when I break the guard here, there's no way I can get my leg over that. And if he puts his weight on the ground, I'm not going to get it out of the ground. So what I do instead here is I extend this arm out, drop my leg, push the arm back, come this way. And when I get to here, I lift my hips clear of the ground. Watch what happens to this arm. So you immediately switch it to the other side. It's just the level gap, because a lot of people don't naturally do this. He's trying to stop being pulled in. I completely understand what he's doing. Right? And to a degree, because I've committed a grip to there and there, he's in no immediate danger of a choke, even though the head's down. So if I've got this, and again, I've snatched him in, his arm's in the way. He's inputting his weight that side, which is good because it's going to make my movement a little bit more difficult. Okay? Again, I still break the guard. And instead of trying to push this over my knee and get my leg through, I extend the arm, drop my leg on the floor, push his arm in the gap. And I need this leg to come just above his elbow. You see how I hook it? It's hard for him to shove his arm out and he can't swing his hand through. Because when I grip this like this, it's stuck on the outside of his leg a little bit. If I'm under his elbow when I do this, just come put his elbow out. Got the position back, that's it, the posture, and my guard's open. So as we get here, pull him in, he's based, I still turn, I just pull it out to the side, drop my leg, put that in, fold it over. And then I still do the walk the same. Get the high guard. So the arm's on the floor, he's having to lean on it now because I've come away. And I just literally lift my hips up, hand on his elbow, and I push it across my body as I sink my hips. Sit up, grab the shin, foot on the hip, turn, stomp, turn in. So have a look at that as an option. Another one, Alex. Is that what you just done? Yeah. So what Alex is looking at here is I pull in, and I get this, he takes that leg out, push it in. So I break the guard the same, come out, and I sit up, grab his belt, I keep his hand there, and I'm going to drive off this, keep hold of his belt till I get up, I take him out. Not one anymore. So again, it's good because what he's offering here is he's thinking, I need to defend this arm. Which is it's good, it's logical things that people will do. But if you're not expecting that response, it throws you a curveball. So get the grip, snatch him in, put it down, he steps. So I still break the guard the same. What I'm going to do, I might push his head away a little bit. So I stomp look to get to here. It might be a grab hold, he might try and drive in. I'm not too worried because if he drives in, I'll go another way. Potentially, start to set up, shoulder crank, all sorts. That's because he buried his weight, that side was the easier option. But what I'm trying to say is, discussing this yesterday, with our training in general, if somebody offers you a challenge and you haven't got the answer for it, it's a big problem. So if you work the answer out to that, the person's got to go, right, this is my go, or my response, or my reply to what you've just done. And what often happens at different points in your training with different training partners, people will present you with a problem you've either not seen before, or you don't have a solution to. That's the learning part. That's what you want to embrace. That's the bit you want to be looking for in your training. So, it's like I said before, if you're against a partner who isn't necessarily at your technical level, disadvantage yourself or look for something specific which is new to you. Don't go with your A game that you know you're going to get. or you know that there's a good chance you'll get it, go with something that you wouldn't normally do. And that way what you're doing is you're expanding your mind a little bit, and you're not giving the other person just a complete whitewash, or where you've got very little chance of dealing with it. Because if they do manage to get out of it, they're going to help highlight at a good level where you need to plug the holes, or tighten the technique, or change the angle. And they'll help you get the answers, rather than trying the same thing with a high level player who'll just shut you down right from the beginning. Okay? You don't get a chance to experience what the first pitfall is, because it just feels like it's gone wrong. It fell to pieces in your hand. Instead of being able to get so far with it and think, right, I've got to get around this. So it's like the two options we had there. He was basing, so I can't get my arm around to get that, so I go the opposite side. Alex stuffed his arm inside to try and defend his arm, so I couldn't peel it out and maybe go for the arm bar. So I sat up instead. Because while I can sit and drive over, by stuffing his arm in, by stuffing his arm down, it turns his shoulder, which turns his head. He's got very little option but to follow. And you'll find loads of these little things. Some of them you'll go, oh right, yeah, I like that. And others you'll scratch your head and look at it and think, which hand did you use first? It's natural. That's why we're all different, we're all unique, and we'll all learn our own way of developing the skill. And that's what makes a good club environment. If we all trained exactly the same, doing exactly the same technique, your training would be dull, it would be boring. Because you'd either be finding the same techniques off one after the other, week in, week out, or you wouldn't be getting anywhere because your training partner knows exactly what you're going to try and do. So they kill it. You know, you'll all get that, especially if you're going against somebody, if you're a slightly higher grade, you can often feel that the person that you're rolling with is doing more about trying to stop you doing something than them actually doing something themselves. If you feel that you're doing that yourself, open your game up, because it will give you more dimensions to what you can achieve. Rob's a perfect example of that. With Rob, you know, he'll go with the flow. Whatever's happening, he'll go with it and look for options from it. He's not necessarily got a game that he wants to play. Therefore, although he'll get passed and he'll get tapped and things like that, as time goes on, you never know where something's going to come with him. And he'll build his options up of how to combat certain things. And as you get a deeper understanding of the fundamentals, you'll feel the movement and the balance, and you'll know which direction, just from the pressure you're feeling, that the person needs to go. So, you know, bear these things in mind. And they're just a couple of options. Just kind of bear them in mind. We'll pick up on them another time. But this is just from what a couple of guys have done, and it's great. You need to, somebody's got something that just puts a spanner straight in the works. Great, bring it up. Let's address it, look for it. And it might be that, right, you can't afford to let them have that because they've just made your job 5 times harder. So instead of putting a hand there, you must, when you do that, bring it somewhere else. Or attack it sooner. Okay? Quick drink then, please.